Humility is the solid foundation of all virtues. It is simply learning and following the truth.
With that, we welcome you to My Good School Show, Episode 5, where passion meets education. Today I, Anvesha, along with Simar, Rishona, Aanya and Arindita, are going to discuss humility.
Humility is that rare value that we hardly find in people today. A lot of simple gestures like simply holding the door for someone else or picking up someone else's belonging shows humility. It demonstrates that you do not think of these actions as small or petty.
True. Even when personalities like Mahatma Gandhi and Sachin Tendulkar have lent out a strong message of humility and humanity, yet people are just not ready to give off their egoistic nature.
When people have ego, then they lose humility. Humility is to be free from pride and arrogance. It is to be humble and modest in all ways. It is to be kind and show respect to ourselves and others. Humility is simply having regard for everyone and everything.
Rightly said, being humble is a quality that very few can master. But the key is just to feel that we are not greater than anyone because it takes just a second to change everything.
Humility is not thinking less about yourself. Instead, it is about thinking yourself as less. We don't have to stop thinking about ourselves, but we have to stop thinking of ourselves as greater than all. Because all of us are equal in many terms. Financial wealth should not be a judging criteria to treat someone else badly. We should treat others the way we wish to be treated.
I think in life, we all need to be humble. And it is the only way to peace, happiness, and success. Because humility is, after all, the mother of all virtues and dreams. It is the supreme power.
When we have humility, then we become fearless. Since all of a sudden now, we are free from anger, jealousy, envy, hatred, and even desire. Being humble neither makes us supreme nor makes others petty. But it gives all of us a feeling of love towards everyone. When we are humble, we wish to help all people, and that is the true power of humility.
When you do something nice and people appreciate you, we shouldn't feel very proud about it and keep thinking about it and showing others that they are less. We should feel proud, but not in a comparison to others, and we should take pride in a positive way.
One story that shows humility is that of Sachin Tendulkar. A boy named Hamza was diagnosed with chronic liver failure. Meeting Sachin was his wish. Sachin was a celebrity and wasn't expected to show up, but he did. He went off with the boy and made his wish come true. He was able to empathize with the boy and he could understand what he was going through.
In life, we have several opportunities to display humility. Even through the smallest of things, we can display humility. There was a story I read in a book that told about a man talking rudely and disrespecting his co-worker. But in the end, his co-worker managed to be his head. If that man would have been kinder, things would have been better.
Agreed. The opposite of humility is pride, as in ego. Ego is when people start thinking that they are better than others. When we think that we are better than others, then that would be the stop at our learning. Because the moment we form an opinion of a narcissist, we believe that we are above everyone. And then why should we even talk to them? When this occasion arises, then this is the point where our growth stops. For we already have faith that we know everything.
Competition increases ego. Ego leads to pride, and pride leads to destruction. And that's why ego is our biggest enemy and can ruin humanity. And I think it already has in several ways.
In certain countries, when people cross the road, cars stop so that the pedestrians can pass. The cars could be in a hurry too, but they wait for the pedestrians to pass. That is humility. Similarly, people always go to the right edge of the road when an ambulance comes. That is unity in humility.
The Supreme Goddess is like water. It benefits all things without contention. In dwelling, it stays grounded. In being, it flows to depths. In expression, it is honest. In confrontation, it stays gentle. In governance, it doesn't control. In action, it aligns to timing. It is content with its nature and therefore cannot be faltered. As said by Taito Ching, water displays the most supreme and pure form of humility.
Humility is the mother of all virtues: purity, charity, and obedience. It is in being humble that our love becomes real, devoted, and ardent. If you are humble, nothing will touch you, neither praise nor disgrace, because you know what you are.
And as Mother Teresa rightly said, only humility will lead us to unity, and unity will lead us, after all, to peace. With that, we come to the end of our podcast. Comment below and let us know if you liked our podcast. If you want to be a part of similar podcasts, join us. We hope to meet you soon again when we are back with a podcast on experiences of humility next week. That's all for us today.